coming. Just a couple of things I wanted to do today. And first of all, just want to take this opportunity to congratulate our team and our staff for the great job they did. Certainly, I think our record speaks for itself this year. It was a lot of fun. Guys who overcame a lot of challenges and what have you. And it was just a fun team to work with. So, I just want to congratulate them and thank them for their efforts. Also want to congratulate, we had a lot of guys get Big Ten honors last week, and we've got some other guys in the running for some awards, so that's certainly fantastic. And again, just I think the result of a lot of people putting a lot of good effort out there, and very, very happy about that. And then the other thing too, I just mentioned bringing an update injury-wise, and I said this I think at the end of the year, end of the season. I'll give you an update right now based on what I know. We met yesterday medically, and it really looks like we're in good shape physically, which is exciting to us. Probably the guy that's in the diciest area would be Dace Richardson. We really expect him. I think he should be close to full speed, if not full speed, after finals, which is 2.5 weeks off, and we're optimistic that he'll be able to play in the ball game. Adam Robinson, we expect him to practice this weekend when we practice, and I think Stanzi's getting real close also. So that's kind of exciting because we've had a lot of injuries, especially on the offensive side, and anxious to see the team practice together and hopefully make some progress during this coming month. Looking forward to that. The other thing I just want to touch briefly on too is just congratulate our guys on the great job they've done off the field. And I think they've so far it looks like we're having a good semester academically. I think the guys have done a wonderful job in terms of citizenship and doing a lot of good things. And Chicky Giazzi started in his job a little over a year ago. I think Chick's really helped us a great deal. He's done a good job interfacing with our players, particularly younger guys. And he's also helped us in a lot of areas. We've had, with our first-year players, I think we've had 7 or 8 lectures now during the course of the season, outside people coming in to visit with them about different topics. And Chick has also organized our community service program. And I was at a banquet in the summer, heard another head coach make reference to the community service hours that their players had put in. So I asked Chick to put a pencil to that, and I think we've had 587 players involved now since the summer of '08, and they've totaled over 1,700 hours of community service. And we're not doing it for the statistics, but I just want to throw that out there because I think it is significant, and most importantly, it's really beneficial for our players. I think they really learn a little bit about giving back and doing some things that are very, very valuable. So. We ended the season, somebody asked after the game if we were BCS worthy, and my answer at that time was, I wasn't really sure, and I wasn't, because I really haven't been thinking much about that, but I've had a little time to think now, and I think I'd answer that question with a yes. It's interesting this past weekend. I think all of you know I'm a big fan of, taking Thanksgiving off. I think that's a great thing. It's a great American holiday, and it was fun just to be a fan over the course of the weekend and actually watch other teams play, hear all the hoopla and all the hype, all that stuff. But a couple of things that really came away from the weekend for me. First of all, the amount of upsets that there were. I think we had 3 teams ranked ahead of us that ended up getting defeated. The amount of close games that were played, a lot of very competitive, tough games, and that's what you expect in conference play. And I think that stood out. The other thing that stood out to me is just how injuries can impact the football team, and that was reinforced on Sunday also. A lot of the pro teams I know had some significant injuries, but those things all impact and influence how a season goes, how a team performs, and I think those things actually reinforce the job that our players did this year, because we certainly had our set of challenges. As far as our football team, I'm out here to pit us against anyone else, but I think a couple things that really stand out. If you look at our team, the way they've competed on the field, the head-to-head results that we've had, we did beat 6 bowl-eligible teams. 2 of them were non-conference games, so we're proud of that, certainly. And I thought our guys did a great job taking a very challenging road schedule, and they embraced that with 4 victories and a overtime defeat at a very, very tough opponent's home field. And I think also if you look at our losses over the last couple of years, something I think our team can be very proud of. We lost 2 games this year, one by a touchdown, and we were leading that game when our quarterback went down. The other by a field goal in overtime. So the 2 teams that we lost to, I don't think we have anything to be ashamed of. Northwestern's won 17 games now the last 2 years, and Ohio State's had unprecedented success the last 5 years in our conference. So I think that's a real thing, something our players can be proud of. And I think, you look back to last year, we were 4 games that we lost, we were 3 points a game in defeat. So biggest margin of error being 5 points there. So I think what it just indicates is our guys have done a great job of showing up and competing, and the last 2 years, week in and week out, and that's what's been, I think, so enjoyable for us as a coaching staff, and that really carries over to our bowl games as well. You go back to '02. To me, I'd compare that to 1981, where we went out to Pasadena and really didn't know how to act. It was the first time we were in that arena, and we spent a lot of time bowing and shaking hands and all that. We figured out to prepare and got beat pretty thoroughly, and I think the same thing happened to our football team in '02. We lost to a very good opponent, but we didn't do a great job, I don't think, preparing. But other than that, we played very well in bowl games. Beating Texas Tech, we beat Florida, LSU, South Carolina last year, and had 2 very close losses, one to Florida and one to Texas a couple of years ago. So, again, I think that's something I would really advocate when it comes to our football team. And the last thing I'll just close with, last 2 points, I guess. I've always told our team, I think you kind of get what you deserve, and I think it's true on the field for sure. And I go back, our 2 championship years in '02, we ended up being the BCS selection by the Orange Bowl. In '04, we didn't quite get there. That year we were 13th, I think, in the rankings, BCS rankings. Michigan was 14th. But Michigan beat us head-to-head that year, and they went to Pasadena. And that year there was only one team that went to the BCS. So, that's how it goes sometimes. But the bottom line is this: I've never been to a bad bowl, never had a bad bowl experience, and I think that's going to definitely be the case here. We're very excited about what our team's done, and whether we're playing in a BCS bowl or any of the other bowls, Orlando, Tampa, San Antonio, they're all great experiences, and I can assure you our team's going to be very, very enthusiastic, and we're looking forward to the challenge. So our work will begin this week. We'll start practicing a little bit this weekend, and we're just anxious to get back on the field, get together, and see what we can do pushing forward. With that, I'll throw it out.
Kirk, in the interest